sollen, damit sie Putin stoppen.
在德国，在柏林这个很国际化的城市，很多人都集合，然后都团结起来了，就是要力挺乌克兰。And here I have one of the members of Hilfe Berlin, a small organization that is helping people on the ground, that is helping children in Ukraine in the war zone recently. Can you tell me, what do Ukrainians think about those sanctions? Are these enough? And if not, what can be done to help Ukrainians right now?
We are grateful that the European Union, especially also the partners from the US, are pressurizing Putin and his regime into stopping the war and are imposing sanctions, which might be really, hopefully, painful. But I'm afraid he made a lot of preparation for that war. He stocked up his foreign currency reserves and so on and so on. And we can only hope that the sanctions, when imposed, they will hurt also the availability of this. And what we think would be the most powerful sanction or action is to try and impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine, because this is where the Russia strikes. On the ground, Ukrainians are fighting bravely and fighting back, and Russians are actually losing battle after battle. But they have they're overpowering in the air.
Here I have a couple from Ukraine and Germany. Can you give us your opinion? Do you think if these are enough, and if there is something else that can be done to protect your country and protect not?
Yes, I think it's very important that the sanctions are there and that the whole world understands what is happening, and I think everybody understands the danger and the scale of the danger, that it's not only Ukraine. But I'm sure that the sanctions now, particularly economic sanctions, they are very important and they are strict, but I think they are not enough to save Ukraine now. The sanctions, I understand where they are coming from, but they look more long-term. They will help to fight Russia and to demilitarize it and stop funding Russian military in the long term. It might take months or years, and it will weaken Russia, but it may not save Ukraine. And if we don't stop Russia and Putin now, what's next? He's saying, yes, he's threatening the world that don't intrude, don't help Ukraine. If you help Ukraine, you will see consequences that the world has not seen before. But do you think that if nobody helps, he will stop? Nobody stopped him before. He did crazy things already. Nobody said anything, so he has more and more appetite, and he understands that nobody stops him, and the world is agreeing to accept what he is doing. And we have to stop him now and not in a few months.
From Belarus participating in this rally in support of Ukraine. Right now, we have this war in Ukraine, and there are sanctions being imposed. What do you think about European reaction?
The first reaction of European Union was not what Ukraine was expecting, and also was now many countries promised actions to deliver weapons, to deliver defense weapons like medicaments or like other sort of support. Hope it's gonna work, and we live in this kind of society when not always we should actually launch wars or to get into direct conflict. Today Belarusians, they had our so-called referendum, but it's kind of nothing. But what it brings, people tried to get together, which is actually almost not possible to do in Minsk, in capital, actually in any city, because people get captured immediately. They just stay. So just wish lots of luck, lots of power.
And I wish all the best to Belarusians fighting for freedom. You have been through a lot.